Hello everyone, Plesio Charger is here, and this is a review of the Power Rangers Dino Supercharge, Plesio Charge Megazord, and Purple Ranger 5-inch figure. Now the reason I decided to combine these two into one review is because the Plesio Zord is obviously used by the Purple Ranger, if you couldn't tell by the purple coloring. So the Plesio Charge Megazord comes with the Plesio Charge Megazord itself obviously, and the Plesio Charger, except it's a translucent charger. And the Purple Ranger 5-inch figure comes with the Purple Ranger 5-inch figure, the Dino Morpher, and the Dino Saber. So, let's get on with this review.
So, over here is the Purple Ranger 5-inch figure, and it looks pretty nice. You can see that the Purple Ranger comes with a Dino Morpher and a Dino Saber. But a con of this is that it doesn't come with the Blade Blaster, or the Dino Cannon, because that's what Purple mainly uses in the show. But over here you can see the purple coloring over here, which it comes out weird on my camera because my camera has an issue with violet coloring for some reason. But here's a picture so that you can see how it actually looks like. Alright, you can see that there's a consistent color scheme of purple, yellow, and gray, and also some white over here. You can see that the legs cannot stretch out, which is unfortunate. You can see that the arms can move around. And so can the head. And also the shoulder pad. So there's not much to say about the Purple Ranger 5-inch figure, but it looks pretty nice. So now, let's get on to the Plesio Zord itself. So over here we have the Plesio Charger, and it basically looks like every other Plesio Charger, except it's transparent. So over here you can see that the gray plastic has been replaced with transparent plastic. You can see the number 9 and some purple coloring over here. You can see a Plesiosaurus face. You can see a Plesiosaurus over here, and the animation. Alright. Over here you can see the pins. On the back you have some purple coloring and it says Plesiosaurus, and I know the purple coloring looks off. This is because the Plesio Charger and the Plesio Charge Megazord are violet color. But for some reason, in my camera, it comes out like this bluish purplish color. So over here is a picture so that you could see. Alright. And over here you have the QR code, and I'm going to flip it just because I think they pasted it upside down. So scan it if you want. Alright, and now let's hear it sounding the Dino Charge Morpher.
Plesio Charger, engage! Energize! Unleash the power! Plesiosaurus, Power Ranger Purple!
So over here is the Plesio Zord, and you can see that it has a consistent color scheme of black, white, yellow, and purple. And you can see that the purple has the same problem as I mentioned earlier. And another thing, the Plesio Zord is so big that it doesn't quite fit into the camera, so you're gonna have to bear with me. Over here you can see the Plesio Zord, and it looks pretty nice and looks like an actual Plesiosaurus. And this is also supposed to be a hybrid with a spaceship, because if you lower the wings over here, you can see that it can go into a spaceship mode. And it looks pretty nice. It actually looks like a real rocket. And another feature is that if you open the Plesiosaurus head, and insert the Plesio Charger over here, or any charger, it doesn't specify, you can see that there is a charger slot over here just like Plazon. Except Plazon actually had a transparent charger slot instead of just colored in. So if you put in the charger, you can see that some cannons pop up over here. And you have the sort of cocking mechanism over here. Well, that was unexpected. You can see the cocking mechanism over here. And you can see that the Plesio Zord is one of the few Zords that can have their charger inserted and still be able to close their mouth. On the back over here, you have the Dino Charge logo, you have the head of the Plesio Charge Megazord, you have the arms over here, which, if I'm correct, they are supposed to be folded like this. No, sorry about that. They are supposed to be folded like this, as they look like thrusters. You can see that this side is basically the same. And that's basically it for the Plesio Zord. So now, let's combine into the Plesio Charge Megazord. So, over here is the Plesio Charge Megazord, and you can see that it looks pretty nice. It plays around with the space design, and it looks pretty good. You can see over here that the visor looks like a rocket in a way, and you can open and close it. Over here you can open these things for the Pachy Rex formation. You can move around the arms 360. And you can see that the two arms are different because this is a normal arm. And yes, you can detach this arm in order to make various combinations. And over here is a cannon arm. Now in the show, what the Rangers do is that they pump up this arm 3 times and then yell Galactic Blast for the final attack of the Plesio Charge Megazord. Over here you have the legs, and they can actually move around a lot. There's even some articulation over here, and the leg just came off. So the legs can come off as well for some reason. Probably to switch it around with the Terror Charge Megazord legs. You can see the feet over here. That they are the rocket thrusters from the rocket motor of the Plesio Zord. On the back, you have the face for the Pachy Rex formation. You have the shoulder pads over here. You can see that one of these arms is over here so that the Plesio Charge Megazord can wield the cannon arm. And yeah, that's basically it. And another thing, these panels can open. But that's really all I gotta say about the Plesio Charge Megazord. It's got some good articulation, and I really like the design of it, and I especially like the design of Plezon. And I have to say, this is pretty good compared to Plezon because it's almost exactly alike to Plezon. So now, let's get on with the Pachy Rex formation. So for the Plesio Zord, what you're gonna do is basically disassemble it completely. And you're going to grab the torso part, and you're going to flip it like this. And then you're going to grab the head and flip it to the other side. So you get this head. And then you're going to grab the Plesio arm, and then you can see over here that there is a port. So just attach that there. And the arms over here, what you're going to do is that you're just going to attach them over here. For the Pachy Zord, you're going to set him up like if he's going to combine the Dino Charge Megazord. And the reason you see him here and you didn't see him in any of my past Dino Charge videos is because I just recently got him, and you can watch my haul video if you want to know about that. For the T-Rex Zord, you're going to set him up like if he's about to combine with the Dino Charge Megazord. then you're going to grab the Plesio feet and attach them to the bottom of the T-Rex. And sorry if the light is getting in the way. And the last thing you're going to do, you're going to grab this piece that comes with the Plesio Charger Megazord and insert it over here. And the reason I didn't talk about this piece is because this is its only function. The next thing you're going to do is grab the entire Plesio Zord and mount it on top of the T-Rex. So over here is the Plesio Charge Megazord Pachy Rex formation, and it quite doesn't fit into the camera because this combination is so big. Heck, it doesn't even fit into the white screen. But you can move this arm slightly. You can move these two arms as well. You can open up the T-Rex mouth. You can move these things over here. You can move this arm as well, and you can open the mouth of the Plesio. And for leg articulation, you really cannot do much. So that's basically it for the Pachy Rex formation. It's a huge combination, and I have to say, it looks pretty good. I like the fact that this is really big, and it sort of serves as our mid-season Megazord. What I mean is that, in the final episode of Dino Charge, this combination was revealed, and then in Dino Supercharge, this combination is being used more often, similar to the Ultra Zord, before they actually find the actual Ultra Zord, which is the Titano-Zord. So that's basically it. Now, let's get to my final thoughts.
So, overall, the Plesio Charger Megazord is a pretty good toy, and I would recommend it to any Power Rangers fan. It has a really nice design, and it's not that far off from the Japanese counterpart Plesio in terms of quality, except for some paint details and whatnot. The Purple Ranger 5-inch figure is pretty nice, and the only cons would be that the Morpher and the Saber aren't painted, but those are minor cons, because obviously Bandai doesn't paint the weapons on the figures. I'm Who the Toy Reviews, and I'm signing off. Thanks for watching, everyone.